I'm going to show you guys today how to set up your Ford 8.8 so it doesn't roll back and try to kill you. Welcome to the nightclub, guys. It's your host, the Night Wrencher. Now, I know the driveway engineer has been having a little bit of an issue with his rear axle, and I just got to thinking that I never finished posting up videos for the Ford 8.8, mainly the e-brake situation. I know I posted up how to cut up all the brackets and stuff and then weld on these the perches, and then I set up my suspension. But probably the thing that gets a lot of people is the actual e-brake and getting that to work. And I actually ended up without an e-brake for a long time, and I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to set it up on these old cars. If you guys are wondering how strong the e-brakes are on this thing, I can put it in 4x4 four-wheel drive and that will almost immediately stall out my truck. It's that strong. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but that is what they call either a wire clamp or a U-bolt wire clamp. They're only about $1, maybe even cheaper at the hardware store. And you just get something that fits snugly around the wires that you're going to be using. Most classic cars will have an e-brake that kind of looks like this. It'll have this spring, it'll have this nub that goes into the drum brakes. The cable pulls out and then it actuates the drum brakes, opens them up and stops the car. What you got to do with this cable, you got to go ahead and you got to cut out the spring entirely. So you're going to go ahead and remove the spring, and you're going to go ahead and drill out this section of the Ford 8.8 so that this thing can clip right in. And then you're going to take this and you're going to flip it around kind of like this, and then you're going to run that U-bolt tie between these two and loop it around the hook of the 8.8. Now, in my particular application, I decided not to go fancy. I needed to go as cheap as possible because I just needed this thing to work. So you can tell that I didn't put all that much effort into it. I just, like I said, I cut the spring, I looped around the wire, and then I put those little clamps. You have to go ahead and drill out the little center section right there to have the wire pass through pretty snug. And then that's the easiest way to connect it. The rest of the setup is all stock pretty much. You've got the adjuster right here in the middle, factory. And then you've got this plate right here that's supposed to balance between left and right. You got this bracket right here, continuing on with the balancing act of this whole situation. And then you got your stock cables running out to the back. You don't need anything fancy. You don't need brackets. You don't need any kind of adapters, although you might be a little bit smarter if you do decide to use that. But if you don't got money and you just need this to work, well, this is one way to get it work. Real cheap, simple, easy, like this video. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Night Wrencher, out.